What up? What up? Top of the top. What's up? Monday morning, money day. What's up, y'all? What's good? What up? Top of the top. Wake up. That's right. Good morning. We here. What's up? Nevin Reed. What's going on, y'all? Yeah, we're gonna have a good one today. I promise you that. Today gonna be good. Had a good weekend, rested up real well. I'm feeling good this morning. I can't complain. What's up, ASAP Auto? What's up? Good morning, Miss Jackie. Good morning, y'all. What's up? We up, man. Y'all here early. Y'all, I saw y'all was here very early. And I was still prepping. What's up, John Shaft? What up, bro? Yeah, y'all was ready. That's what I'm talking about. It's been a weekend. A lot of people probably gonna wake up late. You know what I'm saying? People gonna take their time, but they'll catch the replay, man. Shout out to the replay gang, man. Either way, man, we're gonna get through the day. What's up? We're gonna talk about it today, man. We're gonna talk about a couple of things, man. And it's some lessons within everything. Good morning, Tamara Smith. Good morning, Miss Sassy. Miss Sassy NJ. Tasha Peters, what's up? That's right, Grand Rising family. I'm happy to see y'all, man. J.E., what up, bro? Flatbush in the building, man. Shout out to Ocean Ave, man. Flatbush Ave. Yeah. Legion. We out here, though. What's up? Good morning, Miss Deja. Layla, what's up, y'all? Good morning, everybody. So, like I said, y'all pulling in, so I'm about to get started. Brandon Scott, what up, brother? What's up? Happy to see y'all, man. Good. I'm happy, like I said, man. We got new people pulling up. We got the people from day one still here holding it down. But we're gonna talk about it today. I gotta take my time again because I don't wanna miss nothing. So here we go with it. Today I'm gonna be talking about Mr. IRV GOTTI. We gotta go back to the past again. We gotta go back like 20 years on this, but I'm going to show you how you got people that they get older and they still be bitter and they can't get past the past. They just can't do it. I don't know I don't know what it's about, but I'm gonna be real. That is like a mental illness. What's up, Miss Jones? Good morning, Annette. It's like a mental illness when you can't get over the past. I'm gonna talk about that with IRV GOTTI and Ashanti. And in my opinion, IRV GOTTI is still mad. He's a hater and he's bitter and he was pillow talking. And we're gonna get into that today. I'm gonna get into it, but IRV GOTTI was bashing Ashanti real bad. He was doing it on a public stage. And I'm gonna prove to you why he was doing it. So we're gonna talk about that. And another thing, we didn't really get to hear Ashanti's side of the story, so I'm gonna give some recommendations on that, and we're gonna talk about that whole thing with her and Nelly. And Nelly even was throwing shots too. But anyway, I'm also going to be talking about Pastor Whitehead. People saying that he set himself up, but it's a fact that he is being sued in court right now for finessing a woman of his church for $90,000. That's what he did. Good morning, Danielle Walker. Good morning, Danielle Walker. Good morning, family. I see y'all. Yeah, he's been scamming. But we already knew that. I'm going to get into that. And I'm going to touch on a few other things that's going on. And I'm going to be talking about these female chesters, female pedophiles. And I'm going to show y'all a pattern that's been going on. So when Ghislaine Maxwell went to jail and got 60 years for finessing kids and teenage women, I'm going to show you proof of how that's been going on for a while. It's been going on these past months. It's been going on crazy. And we're going to get into that today. And what else? It's a couple other things I'm going to get into today, y'all. So like I said, today going to be good. I'm going to take my time with this because I'm going to break down how a lot of this hate don't never leave some people's body, and some people love to live in the past. That's why when I be talking about old shit, I don't be talking about age. I'm talking about old shit that happened that don't exist no more. You did. When you live in the past, you become old. And when you become old, you die. All right? So that's that on that. But without further ado, we're gonna get into it today. Episode 238 for No Fame Live. Happy to see everybody. Salute to everybody catching a replay. Let's go. Yeah, let's get into it. All right. Once again, now this what you gotta notice too. And I'm pretty sure y'all been paying attention. Y'all noticed the past week or two, all of these old rappers been trending again. See, when you study the algorithm, you'll see how it works. It works. It does the same thing. Like you'll see, say a couple of weeks, it might be a lot of young artists you never heard of trending. This one got shot. This one had a birthday bet, whatever. You'll see younger groups or up and coming artists. Then you'll see it'll be a blackout era where they'll cancel all the trending stories of the new heads, and then the old heads start trending again. So if you think it's a coincidence that IRV GOTTI is trending again, MEEK trending again, Nelly, Ashanti, jarule, all these older acts, you'll see that's how they do it. And you'll also see in the pandemic, all of the older groups, older acts, they were quiet. And a lot of them, their gray hair was growing in, stuff like that. They was hiding out. And it was all about the young drill rappers. It was about the young rappers and all of that. Kodak Black. And then, like I said, they always flip them back and forth, but they do it for a reason. And this is what I learned. Whenever you see the older people start trending, that's because they're trying to target the older audience. Even though we know all of this is distractions, it's a time where certain generations got to be distracted. So now they taking us back 20 years plus again. But I'm going to get into it because it's a lesson within this, how you got to let stuff go. And when you hold on hate and animosity, or when you hold on anything of the past, it's going to affect you more than it's going to affect the person you got a grudge against. So that's why being bitter, not getting over the past, it start making you delusional and sick. It does. It's a sickness because we in the present and you still talking about something that happened to you 20 years ago or when you was a child. You ain't get over it yet. That's a mental health issue. We're going to get into that. And I'm gonna show y'all why IRV GOTTI is bitter. He's mad. And he still didn't get over it. And I'm going to show you why he's taking this whole time to campaign against Ashanti, bashing her, spilling tea, snitching, pillow talking, all type of shit. But I gotta be real. That's what lames do. So I gotta be real, Mr. GOTTI. You've been out here playing yourself. So we're gonna get into it. Now, first of all, y'all know IRV GOTTI for Murder Inc. I gotta be real. IRV GOTTI, he did a lot, but he wasn't that top dude. And when he chose to go a certain lane of commercial and pop, he got a lot of money. He was getting to the money. He was very successful with jarule. But it's never like he tied down the streets or had a lot of street rappers coming for beats. He had a few, he had some, yeah, but I'm just saying he wasn't the top of the top. And we also know we can't skip over history that 50 Cent destroyed their career. We can't forget that. I'm showing you how history goes on and people try to remix the shit. Instead of you bashing Ashanti, you should have been bashing 50 Cent on how he destroyed y'all. All you should have been doing is talking about 50 Cent and jarule beef, but you wanted to flip it to Ashanti. So I'm just showing you how niggas pick and choose their battles because it's a big gap within that whole thing. Y'all got destroyed by 50 Cent first. Then you caught a charge. Or y'all got hot because y'all was running with Supreme. And you know Supreme was the #1 enemy of 50 Cent at that time. You chose to run with Supreme, but on a music level, 50 Cent destroyed y'all. Period. But you want to put the focus on Ashanti when you should have been going back trending on 50. Honestly, you was better off clout chasing 50 Cent. So let's get into Mr. IRV GOTTI. All right, let's be real. Now, for those that didn't see the Drink Champs episode, and I watched it last night, I'm gonna be real. I ain't really want to watch it because him and jarule been on there a lot of times. But not only that, I done heard all these stories 100 times. I knew a lot of these stories before it was internet and all of that. I understand that they gotta go back into these stories because it's history. but it's a double-edged sword, because on one hand it's history and it is learning lessons, but on the other hand it's people trying to relive their past and trying to remind you how they used to be popping when they're not popping the same like they used to be. And you'll see all of these years IRV GOTTI was quiet. So my point is, if you wanted to tell these Ashanti stories, you could have told them a long time ago. But make sure you tap into the Drink Champs interview with Nori and DJ EFN, and you can hear IRV GOTTI for yourself and jarule. And I want to salute jarule, because jarule has shown that he can keep up with the times, and jarule is the mediator out of all of this. He's in between all of it, and he understands that you can't be bitter. You have to move on if you want to still be successful. jarule understands that. That's why he's still on tour right now, and jarule's still cool with a lot of people. So I'm gonna get into that. And as you see right here, even Noriega said GOTTI is not over it. He's not over it. He's still bitter. Now I want you to just think, just keep in mind, y'all, 20 years, 20-year bitter, 15 to 20 years of still being bitter over one female. I'm gonna get into it. Now let's go. But this is what people forgot about. This is what you got to pay attention to, y'all, because remember what they tell you: follow the money. It's always a method to a person's madness. So I know everything IRV GOTTI is doing or what he's trying to do. Now, this is what it's really all about right here. Don't get it fucked up. This is what it's all about right here. You see that? IRV GOTTI explains why he reportedly sold his masters as a part of a deal worth $300 million. I sold my past to ignite my future. Basically, I sold out because I was probably not where I wanted to be at financially, so I had to sell my rights. I had to sell my masters to get back in position. Because don't think because people got money, they wasn't affected by this. I don't care how much money you got. If you just been sitting on your ass the past couple of years and you ain't been making no investments, no big turnovers, your money's shrinking too. Because with that lavish life come lavish bills, and you got to sustain all of that. So I'm going to show you, in my opinion, why he sold his masters. And we know a lot of people still got their masters. We know people keep their masters as a last result, an ace in a hole, a lot of times. We know rappers have gotten their money and bought back their masters. That's what I was telling y'all about Meek Mill. Why Meek Mill didn't buy his masters back if he got all this money. Because they don't got the money you think they got. But that ain't the point. The point is this. He sold his masters for $300 million. Psych, not $300 million. He sold it for less than that. But he also worked out a deal. And I'm going to show you why this nigga's dumb, because he sold the rights to his music and he's back being a workhorse. And he's using Ashanti name to get back in the limelight and to recruit a whole lot of assets. And he's also mad because Ashanti don't want to deal with her no more. Therefore, he can't make no more money off of her. And she don't want to be in a Murder, Inc. documentary, because some people don't want to live over their past. They don't want to live in the past. They understand that the past is just a chapter of their life, and some people are still writing their book. So they don't want to go into the past. They don't want to be stuck in the past. That's old shit. That's how I live my life. I don't dwell in the past. I remember the past. I love the past. I embrace the past, but I'm not going to live in no past because I'm about the future. And whatever I did in the past, I'm always trying to top it or do something opposite or do something different or do something to show and prove that I elevated from the past. But IRV GOTTI, he's stuck in the past. So let's go. Now, mind you, keep in mind, he said he sold his past to ignite his future. So basically, he told you he sold out. Now, this was trending news like 3 weeks ago. People forgot. I saw it clear as day when it happened. And you also got to understand the people he's selling his company to. Because right now, it's a big cash out in hip hop right now, too. Because of the pandemic, people are going broke. So remember, I'm pretty sure people that pay attention, people that got real estate, people that just know about life in general, economics, you've been seeing a lot of companies popping up out of nowhere. What? Trying to buy houses. If you want to sell your house, we'll buy it. Don't matter the condition. If you want to sell your house, call us at some. Basically, it's a lot of people in position with money. You might call them sharks, vultures, but some of them are just people that got money in these crises and they willing to buy people out at a low price. This is going on with people selling a house. As you see, Irv Gotti sold his masters. And it's a lot of rich people wait for times like this because this when they make their come up. You also see that what? Snoop Dogg bought Death Row. Everything is for sale right now. But my point is this: Irv Gotti sold his masters. Now you got to use common sense, y'all. When you own your masters, you make money off of them to the day you die, as well as your kids. So he only got 100 million for his masters. And my point is, he could have made 100 million just off keeping his masters through what? Through deals, commercials, movies, certain things where his music might be needed. Now he's not going to get all that money. And I guarantee you this, being that he sold his masters, I bet you're going to start seeing a whole lot of Murder Inc. music popping up all over the place on TV, commercials, basketball games, football. You see how when DMX died, right? You see when DMX died, you started seeing everybody playing his music in commercials, football games. His music was all over when he died. And I'm also show you got to remember, when you're a producer, once you start making them beats, you ain't making no money like that. Producers don't get show money. They make money off the publishing. That's why a lot of producers jerk the artists, because they try to bank off the whole shit early so they can live off your money and use your money to put their kids through college. That's what the producer do. The rapper or the singer or the entertainer, they have to perform until they die. They got to hit that stage and pick up them bags. That's how they get their money. But a producer, they don't perform, and they know that. So that's why you always see the pattern of the producer or the executive. They always jerk the artist. But sometimes it's a fair exchange. I got to be fair. I just told you why it's a fair exchange, because the producer, they can't perform to the day they die. The entertainer can always perform and get some money. But a producer, they got to take it up front. And a lot of producers took a lot of money up front. Now on the back end, they're not famous no more. They're not getting that money. Because you got to remember, the producer always was the one in the background. But in the late 90s, early 2000s, that's when the phenomenon of producer stars started coming about. That's how people like Timberland, Swiss Beats, Irv Gotti, Pharrell, and a whole lot of other producers. Jermaine Dupri, he always been getting this little clout, but you'll see it was a time where producers became celebrities. But before, the producer was the one in the background. You knew about them, you knew about their work, but they wasn't about the fame and the camera. Puffy started all of that. So all of you seeing is a lot of people that was mimicking Puffy footsteps. Irv Gotti was one of them, because when he was in position, it said that he was very big-headed, very arrogant. What up, Wax Dog? Blackballing people behind the scenes, picking and choosing who we want to shine. He also has a beef with Mike Geronimo right now. And Irv Gotti was very, very big-headed. He was like another fake Damon Dash. Honestly, he was just like Damon Dash. You know, when they got with Def Jam, the biggest rap label in America at the time, he got big-headed. Very highly egotistical. Arrogant. Because he was at the top. Now I'm going to show you, it's when you act a certain way at the top, when you come back down, it ain't going to be the same. So that's why he had to sell his music. And even Nori said he ain't over it. So I'm going to show y'all something. Let's get into it. This shit is all about money. See that? This when Ashanti was young and green. This when Irv Gotti was the man. But I want you to peep something else. No matter how much money he had, no matter how much he was in the limelight, Irv Gotti, you still never had no swag, bro. You still was being basic. Just being real. No niggas be getting mad, but you was a basic dude. You didn't look like you was getting the money, or you ain't look like the part you was playing, bro. Just being real. You was being bitter. You was being basic. And you thought she was going to be young and green forever. And you wanted her to stay in your Murder Inc. cult. But if you saw the big picture, you could have made way more money off of Ashanti by letting her do her thing. Because also it was said that he was blackballing her from other people that wanted to work with her. People wanted her in videos. People wanted her on collaborations. He was hating. But little did he know that would have been good for the Murder Inc. brand, period, as a businessman. But you was in your feelings because allegedly y'all was smashing. Now keep in mind, Ashanti not the one that put it all over, that they was having sex. He did it. He made sure he been telling all of their sexual episodes. He been telling it all over the place. Is that not pillow talking? And I want to understand this, so I'm gonna show you how he's an old nigga. Meaning, by you bashing her, it's not gonna make you look good. What you're gonna do is make more inquiring minds want to know what that Ashanti be like. You dig? Because you was with her, but you was bitter. You see that? And do you see a face of a bitter nigga? You look miserable, and you look like you probably was putting that girl through hell. And like I said, you always been a basic nigga. You've been basic, bro. You just basic. You dig? And you thought she was green, and you was actually making her green and making her corny. Because I remember a lot of people used to say Ashanti was corny at one point. I'm gonna be real. Her swag. But anyway, we neither here nor there. I think she's nice. But you see, he was just a basic dude, man. Now, mind you, he was rich. He had a lot of money, but he was just basic. See that? Like a regular dude, happy to get a nice, pretty lady. But I'm gonna show you something. He's also mad because he couldn't make no more money off of her. And he kept hopes for the years that one day she gonna come back to Murder Inc. But even recently, 3 weeks ago, she denied that. And for those that don't know, yes, Ashanti does have a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame now, if I'm not mistaken. She recently got her clout up. So like I said, we're going to keep it pushing. I'm going to show y'all something. I'm going to show you. Now I want you to keep in mind, a basic nigga. You see a clowning nigga, basic ass Def Jam nigga. He was getting money. You see him looking bitter, but I'm going to show you why that nigga really bitter. That's why that nigga really mad right now. The nigga is mad. Because you know why? She all grown up now. She is all grown up. And IRV GOTTI know that he will never smell that thing again. She's all grown up. And she's smart now. She ain't stupid. So you ain't going to be able to jerk her like that. And you also know at once Jarule career went down the drain because of 50 Cent, Ashanti kept it going. Ashanti kept the revenue coming in because they still had R&B when they hip-hop side of Murder Inc. started taking a hit. Ashanti kept them afloat. See, I'm going to break down the full history because niggas be leaving gaps and be remixing shit. No, keep it real, IRV. 50 destroyed you, and Ashanti kept you still getting paid. Because Jarule, he wasn't hitting on nothing for a while. But the Ashanti hits were still coming out. So let's be real. So now he mad because she's grown up and she's smart. And she don't want to do no more Murder Inc. project because she ain't getting paid off none of that shit. And not only that, she know what type of dude IRV is because IRV is a hater. You dig? So being that she grown now and she doing her thing, now let's think common sense, y'all. Because mind you, I told you, don't forget to watch the Drink Champs episode for those that want to go further into it if you could tolerate it, because I couldn't tolerate the whole shit. I'm gonna be real. I ain't got time to keep hearing these same old stories of niggas being dramatic. But the whole time, you know, when you was in position, IRV, you was being a dickhead and you wasn't really trying to put niggas on like that. But anyway, man, he's doing all of this because he got to recoup $200 million, all right? So I'm going to break it down real clear, right? He got a $200 million. Basically, it's $3 million altogether. He got $100 million for his masters, and then they fronted him $200 million to produce films and, you know, TV shows. That's how he got the deal linked with BT. The Murder Inc. documentary is coming out. But for those that been on the internet, we know we already done seen the Murder Inc. documentary. That's what they don't understand. See, these rappers from that era, they late already because the internet has already made their own documentaries. And now, and nobody watch BT like that no more. I'm gonna be real with you. So we don't really care about a Murder Inc. doc. And matter of fact, you're too late. You should have been did it. But they wanted to keep things a secret. A lot of these things, they wanted to be a secret. But now that they figured out, they scratched their head and said, man, I could get paid off these old stories. Now you see they want to get paid off these old stories. But that's cool. But I'm just going to show y'all something. How he sold his masters for $100 million and he owed $200 million. So at my point, you really got jerked. They got your masters for free. Because now you got to recoup that $200 million. And if you don't recoup, you're going to be in a hole. And I also want y'all to peep the pattern of how he's cloning 50 Cent. Because we know 50 Cent went from being a rapper to doing films. But that ain't my point. I'm also going to show you another point, how a lot of these entertainers, you know, they love to be around that camera because the camera brings the fame. Y'all know that. So when they can't be in front of the camera after a while and their image fades, then they want to get what? Behind the camera. And they want to direct. They want to still be around that camera. So IRV GOTTI studied 50 Cent. He seen what 50 did. Now he trying to do it. You also know Puff Daddy used to always be in front of the camera. Now he behind the camera running revolt. Get what I'm saying? But now IRV GOTTI, all of this buzz you seeing right now is because he just got this little deal and he sold his masters. So he sold out. But why did he sell out? In my opinion, why he sold the masters, because he realized he finally got to do his head that what? Ashanti ain't fucking with him no more. So it's no need to have the masters because she ain't fucking with you no more. You ain't gonna make no new music. And he also was being petty with her with certain things that's going on with the music. But let's keep it pushing because it don't stop there. Now, recently, this happened over the weekend. This is a tour that's going on right now. They were in Oakland, California at a concert called the My 2000s Playlist. Because I told y'all, as you already know, a lot of older acts, they've been coming out to get paid before the shutdown. Anyway, so, you know, Nelly was there, jarule. I told you jarule still getting his money. Mace. Now you see why Mace out here back trending again. Mace was there. You dig? Lil Jon and a few others. But Nelly and Ashanti was on the bill. Now, what made it weird, because the Drink Champs episode just dropped, and I could tell it was pre-recorded. And they also say that this concert been in the makings, meaning this concert been a go. You also see Lloyd there, another ex-Murder Inc. member that has something to say about IRV GOTTI. So they still getting paid doing their thing. And like I said, IRV GOTTI, he can't do no tour, so he bitter. But anyway, right? After the interview broke over the weekend, and IRV GOTTI was still throwing Ashanti under the bus, and he said out his own mouth, he found out about Nelly and Ashanti when he was watching an NBA game, and he seen them sitting, you know, in the courtside seats, causing hysteria within the game. He said he found out by watching TV. So, being that over the weekend, jarule, Ashanti, and Nelly happened to be together. You see them headlining. Nelly and Ashanti came out on stage together. And that also was a spite to, after they heard that interview, to rub it in his face some more. But let's go back into the old pictures. You see how happy Ashanti was with that man? She was actually happy. This is when she started becoming a woman. IRV is still mad over this to this day, and he hating on Nelly, because you know Nelly had a lot of the chicks. You know Nelly was that dude. You can't take nothing from Nelly. They was on Nelly. Them chicks used to love that man. And that's why IRV is mad. He was mad, did he? He's still mad because, you know, Nelly older now. Nelly took care of himself. Nelly still be getting his swag on. You feel me? And he mad. And also, this is why IRV mad, because I wanted you to see this. This was a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. Ashanti laughs off the idea she appeared in Murder Inc. Doc. So she already dubbed him. She curved him 3 weeks ago and clowned him about she ain't doing no Murder Inc. Doc. So that got him even more mad. Now you understand why he campaigned like that? Now you see why he's still campaigning, because she recently said she ain't going to appear in no documentary. And I want y'all to also understand, also remember this. Now, we've seen a lot of IRV GOTTI. He been talking his side. If the people that want to, if you want to hear Ashanti's side, y'all know the YouTube page called Impressive. I know a lot of y'all know about Impressive. Impressive Ben did a documentary on Ashanti 4 years ago. And Ashanti Ben spoke her truth 4 years ago. So she probably, I already understand, she probably like, what the fuck I'm gonna keep doing, saying the same shit over and over again. And me being in the documentary gonna help you get paid, nigga. That shit ain't got nothing to do with me. So he mad she not stupid no more, for one. For two, if you want to see Ashanti's side of the story, go check out the YouTube page Impressive. A lot of y'all probably already subscribed. 2.5 million views on this particular video, where The Ashanti documentary. It's 2.5 million views. So my point is that is a documentary. That's why I was telling you most of the documentaries people made their own on YouTube. People don't need to wait to see nothing on BT no more because all of the information already been put out there. So that shit old. And you waited too long to tell your story, Irv. Now nobody cares. But anyway, Ashanti laughed off the idea. She don't want to be in no goddamn Murder Inc. documentary. That's why he got mad. This was 3 weeks ago. So on top of that, over the weekend, they did a show and they came out together to rub in his face. And Nelly said something to the fact of you might see him and Ashanti at some new courtside seats because we know they was a good couple. Also, you got to remember something else Ashanti said when she was in her prime and Nelly was trying to get her in a video. Irv Gotti blocked it and he had to use Sierra instead. Also, I didn't know that Keisha Cole wanted to do an album with Ashanti. They were supposed to do a whole album together. Irv Gotti blocked that, hated on her for that. So as you see, he was stunting her growth to the point where people in the industry thought she was shady. They thought she was like stuck up. They thought she was hard to deal with because Irv Gotti was creating that persona. See, he took it past business. He was in his feelings the whole time. He was hating on that woman's career. Where if he would have let her blossom and let her do her thing, maybe he still would be with her to this day. So my point is, niggas will always tell you one side of the story, but they ain't gonna tell you the whole story. And my point is this: on Drink Champs, he kept making a point to say he got bad bitches. He been with mad bad bitches. He got a lot of bad chicks. So my point is this, bro. For one, if you had all them bad chicks, why you didn't make another Ashanti? For two, why you still mad at Ashanti? If I was rich and I had a lot of chicks and I could get whatever chick I want, do you think I'm gonna still be mad over one chick? And I'm supposed to be a super producer. Why you ain't make another Ashanti, bro? That's it. Why you ain't make another one? You had 20 years. Because you was being a goofball. And you acting like a lame right now that was happy to smell a particular woman's coochie at one point in time, and you mad because she moved on from you. And she probably only was dealing with you because you was Irv Gotti at Def Jam. And you look bitter. And we know, and I'm pretty sure the ladies know this, a bitter nigga is a boring nigga. Because the nigga always fucking mad and tight. He don't want to never do shit. You dig? That's why chicks, they like dudes that like to be exciting, you know? They like dudes that's funny, you know, fly, like to do shit, have a good time, make them laugh. See, chicks don't like to be around bitter niggas and niggas with low self-esteem. You see what I'm saying? Niggas with low self-esteem because they don't want to step their game up. He's a regular nigga. So, of course, she gonna go another. That nigga was popping at the time, and you was being hard-headed. And you wanted to be a gangster, nigga. Remember that? You was throwing up M's. And she also was saying how he got mad at her because she didn't want to throw up the Murder Inc. gang sign no more. You hear that dumb shit? Irv Gotti ain't never banging them streets. My point is, why would you want her to do the shit you doing? Nigga, you thought she was going to stay a child forever. That's it. You thought she was going to stay a nice little cute young lady. But she's a woman now. And that's why the nigga mad. Because he ain't never going to smell that again. That nigga's mad. He's bitter, bro. He's bitter. Just say you mad, bro. You ain't get over her. Because look, he said he got a bunch of chicks. That's bad. But they ain't Ashanti, though. And you ain't make another Ashanti yet. And we all could see that, yes, he was making her like a regular corny chick. Let's be real. He was just making her regular corny and basic. You know what I'm saying? But we can see now she has grown into a full woman. And she also tapped into her feminine side, meaning she's way more sexual and comfortable with her sexuality. You know what I'm saying? So we already know Ashanti's a grown-ass woman now. And that nigga's mad. I don't care what the nigga's mad. And guess what? Nelly still got dibs on her. Nelly still, he good. Because you know why? When you don't pillow talk and you don't speak your business. Now let's ask the question. Since they broke up, have we ever heard Nelly talking about his sexcapades with Ashanti? Did Nelly ever do that? I don't think so. You know why? Because some niggas are smart. Some dudes know that it's always a chance. We might get back together again. We might swing an F, or we might just remain good friends forever. So a lot of dudes don't burn bridges. They don't pillow talk and tell what they did. Now, remember, it's one thing when you telling your homie what you did with this chick, which I did. But this nigga Irv Gotti got on the stage and been telling the world, bashing her. But you got to remember something. He think in his mind that make him look good. He think that's going to get him some clout. And he was calling all type of bitches. He was going so hard. He had to apologize at the end and sugarcoat it and say, I didn't mean to call her a bitch. He was calling her a bitch, and he going to get a lot of critique off this shit. And guess what? A lot of Ashanti fans, a lot of women fans, they're gonna be at his head, because you know why? Irv Gotti's another old nigga. He don't understand times change where you just can't be going around calling women bitches. You can't be female bashing like that on a public stage no more. Remember, you can have your own personal opinions, but once you come on the stage, you can't be saying all of that. So actually what he did was shoot himself in the foot. And then he had to start trying to backtrack. Now, like I said, I give Jarule credit because Jarule was being a mediator the whole time. Basically, Jarule was saying Irv need to get over it. You need to get over it. You need to move on. You need to let the past be the past. And Irv Gotti and Jarule had to keep saying during the episode, why we keep bringing up the past, why we keep bringing up Ashanti, because you know Nori, he like to live in the past too. Not to take none from Nori. I fuck with Nori, but that whole platform is for the past. So, but Nori also kept bringing up things, poking Irv Gotti to keep bringing up the same topic. And no matter where the conversation would go, it would end up back on Ashanti. But what they did understand, it didn't look good because you had 3 men at the table talking about another female. But I will say that Jarule, he played neutral and he kept speaking up for Ashanti as well, because Jarule and Ashanti is still getting money together. They will perform their hits forever, and they don't need Irv Gotti to perform their hits. And Jarule ain't stupid. He wasn't a producer. But he still got respect for Irv. But Jarule is not stupid. He know he got to get his money. He already know fuck with Murder Inc. and that whole 50 Cent beef almost ruined his whole life. But he was able to bounce back. Don't forget, Jarule also went to jail. He did time in jail. So Jarule has learned a lot. And I will say Jarule is very humble. Jarule speaks with intelligence, and I ain't got nothing against Jarule. You know what I'm saying? And he did good within his lane of music. But only thing we got to clarify is that it was a point where they focused on pop music because Irv Gotti was about that money. And 50 Cent basically took the streets from him. And that Murder Inc. G-Unit beef, a lot of people feel like G-Unit won that beef. And that was an internal Queens war that was also on the streets. But Irv Gotti brought that money in. And Ashanti kept the money coming in when Jarule's career was over. So being that he can't make no more money off of Ashanti, he mad. So, and don't forget, y'all, so we're going to watch Irv Gotti. He sold his masters for $100 million, and they fronted him a $200 million deal. So let's be real. Did he not play himself? Why would I sell my masters and then turn around and get some credit? You get what I'm saying? I'm going to sell something to these people, and then on the other hand, I'm going to still owe these people some money. So you see how he really got jerked? Because he could have made 100 plus off his masters alone, but he knows that he's not popping no more, and he don't know how to go about it. And he didn't find no new acts. So he sold his masters. The nigga sold out. And now the key thing you got to remember, he has to recoup $200 million. So what that mean? That Murder Inc. documentary better do good. His tales from whatever that tales shit he got, whatever TV show, whatever Irv Gotti bring out, it has to do good because he's in the whole $200 million. So now he will do whatever he has to do to recoup the money. But in my opinion, it was a sucker deal. And I feel like he about to get jerked. And also keep in mind, he has a deal. Part of his deal is dealing with Kevin Liles, who was the one of the presidents of Def Jam. Kevin Liles is with 300 ENT. Y'all know 300 ENT. The same label Young Thug is signed to right now. Lock the fuck up. Is the same label that turned around and gave Irv Gotti some money. And they gave him some money, in my opinion, to outslick him and buy Murder Inc. up off of him. And he sold it. Now you're going to see Murder Inc. music pop up all over the place. Because, you know, when you sell your masters, somebody might want to give you $2 million just to play your song in a commercial. Somebody might pay you $5 million to play your song in a movie, a blockbuster movie. So people are going to get paid off of the masters forever. And he just sold his birthrights, basically. He sold his whole foundation. So that's why he said, I sold my past to ignite my future. But guess what? he sold his past, but what if his future goes nowhere? That means he got jerked. That means he played himself. But I want y'all to all keep in mind, he sold his past to ignite his future, but he's also using Ashanti to ignite his future. And this is why he's pillow talking. This is why he's using her name to trend. Now you see IRV GOTTI trending. The nigga has not trended in years. He has been irrelevant. Just being real. I'm not trying to diss him. I'm not trying to disrespect him. But I'm just showing you, when you come on the stage and you still got hate, you're going to look real bitter. And a lot of people can't get over the past. So I want you to think in your mind, when you dwelling on some shit from 20 years ago, is that not like a sickness? Is something wrong? There's something wrong with you. I'm telling you. We all have done this in our life. We can't get over certain shit, but I'm telling you, you got to grow the fuck up. So to this day, he's hurting. All right, he's fucking hurt. And hey, nigga, get over it. And to this day, Nelly and Ashanti, they might have smashed over the weekend. They still good money. They still good. Because even though they broke up, Nelly wasn't bitter. And he ain't start pillow talking. You see that? And you see she had a different happiness when she was with him. And this is my opinion when she started becoming a woman. So that's that on Mr. IRV GOTTI. To me, he's sour grapes. He is bitter. And my nigga, get over it. That's it. Yeah, he also got beef with J-Lo too. How the hell you fall out with J-Lo? The nigga fell out with J-Lo. And also with IRV GOTTI fails to mention, which he did before, that the whole time he was on E-pills. He was on ecstasy so hard out his mind. The nigga was getting super high, popping X. He always admits that half them songs they created was off ecstasy. You heard jarule said he keep him drugged up off that ecstasy. They was on that X very, very hard. So my point is this, nigga. When you was running around getting high and you was high off that ecstasy and you probably was being a jackass and being on people's nerves, you didn't understand that one day the drugs was going to wear off. And maybe when the drugs wore off, you started realizing that you fucked up and you didn't handle your priorities the right way. So instead of you making Ashanti your top priority, you thought she was just going to be a little girl throwing up M's and Murder Inc. and just doing what you wanted to do, when you should have been focused on shaping and molding her to make her the next Beyonce. That's just my point. You didn't put enough work in with her because you wanted her to be a little girl. Your little girl. That's it, nigga. So the rest is on you. So I'm going to get back to that. Also, let's go. Yeah, a lot of people probably thought I was a hater. They thought I was hating. Now let's talk about Meek Mill for 1 second. I ain't going to stay long on this nigga. I'm going to show y'all I deal with facts, right? A couple episodes back, I told you all Meek Mill wants is a chain. All he wants is jewelry, a car, basic shit. He's a basic ass nigga, a basic rapper, a nigga that never had shit. He been getting money, but he don't know what to fucking do with his money. Remember, he the same nigga that said that people won't let him eat. The brotherhood, they're not being real. And I told you, you got to feed yourself. You got to make your own investments. I said that, right? But I'm going to show you, because some niggas are fans, right? And some dudes don't understand the big picture. I'm showing you a man with a mind of a boy. Now, right? He has trended again for what? Meek Mill drops 200,000 on a new Dream Chaser chain. How many chains do you got, nigga? How many chains you gonna keep buying? Yes, we already know a millionaire could buy a new chain every fucking week. That ain't nothing new. But I'm showing you that I told y'all all this nigga want is a chain. Did I not say that? Proof right here. Nigga bought a new chain. But this the same nigga that'll cry that niggas ain't helping him. This the same nigga that'll cry about having a fucked up deal. But then to turn around and always tell you he got money, he a millionaire. Why the fuck you didn't buy yourself out of that deal, nigga? You still buying chains because you on nigga time. You know chains are praised in the hood. You know niggas and chicks in the hood, they like a nice chain. So all you really want is a chain, nigga, but it's showing you a little boy. And he also had the nerve to carbon copy the dream catcher emblem of the natives. And that's why, in my opinion, this piece right here gonna bring him bad luck. Because he's playing around. He's taking the dream catcher emblem of the natives, made it a gold chain, and try to flip it into Dream Chaser. Watch what happened. Watch what happened to Meek Mill, in my opinion. Watch. He playing around with certain shit he don't know about. But anyway, you see, and this how TMZ know he ignorant, and this how they clown him. See, people think this breaking news. No, they're clowning him because this is showing you the mentality of a crybaby ass nigga. Saying that he brought a 200,000 chain leveling up after post Rock Nation. How the fuck is that leveling up? You didn't create no new business venture. You just bought a chain, nigga. And he paid 200,000 allegedly. But who cares? And I told y'all he ain't gonna do shit for Philly. He ain't gonna do nothing for nobody. That nigga wants jewelry and to look nice in the flying jets with them rich white people. So all he want to do, man, purse, chilling. He actually, in his mind, think people care about his chain. You see him holding the chain up? I'm showing you how these people think you stupid. They think we fucking dumb. Nobody cares about your fucking chain, nigga. But I just showed you. All what Cameron told you. All a nigga care about is whips and chains. Whips and chains. You get it? Whips and chains. A fucking nigga mentality. But guess what? He can do what he want to do. Let's go on to the next nigga. I be trying to go episodes without saying the word nigga, but I can't. It just won't stop. Now let's go back into the pastor. Pastor Whitehead. Bishop Whitehead. Whatever you want to call him. The pastor from Brooklyn, New York. That loves to also what? Floss a chain. Floss the designer gear. Niggas want to be rappers. Niggas want to be celebrities. Niggas want to be famous. It's sad that once a person get a chance to make it, all they want to do is take on a fucking rap persona. And I'm not knocking nobody that want to get fly and wear expensive jewelry. That's not what I'm saying. My point is this. That's what they all about. See, they don't have no balance. They don't do a lot of good things and still do what they do. They do a lot of fuck shit and then still want to floss. Because that's a nigga mentality. Just showing you. Now look. Pastor Whitehead has been accused of stealing $90,000 from one of his members. Now, look, this is another thing, y'all. This been going on. This particular charge has been against him, this lawsuit, since 2021. So he's already in court for this right now. And this is also why some people feel like he set himself up to get robbed because a lot of people invested. He don't want to pay that money back. Some people feel like it was an insurance scam. Now, remember, first we seen it was $1 million. Then we seen it was $500,000. We seen all these type of numbers, right? Playing around. But anyway, right? He had already finessed one of his members, a particular black woman. This particular black woman by the name of Pauline Anderson gave him $90,000 in 2020. And he promised the woman he would buy and renovate a new home for her. And according to the Brooklyn Supreme Court lawsuit, he basically agreed to pay the woman $100 a month. So she gave him $90,000 of her life savings, and all she wanted was invest the money, basically help her flip her money, help her get situated with a nice crib, and just give her $100 a month. You see that? She didn't want much. I'm gonna be real. I thought it was a typo. I thought she wanted $1,000 a month. She only wanted $100 a month because she believed in this man. So not only did he scam her for $90,000, he only gave her $100 a month. He only gave her that shit 1 month. And he claimed that the election campaign, because he was running for Brooklyn Borough president. I think that's the job Eric Adams had before him, if I'm not mistaken. But anyway, he claimed to the lady he was running for Brooklyn Borough president. And he said that he was going to get back with her, but then come to find out, he used her money as a down payment on the contract to purchase a new home for himself in Saddle River, New Jersey. And it's alleged that his house or his mansion is worth $4.4 million. And you see a nigga, he always going to make sure he got that designer on. He ain't trying to hide it. He ain't gonna wear that shit when he not on camera. I told y'all, there's nothing wrong with wearing fly designer gear, but you don't want to see no preacher on it after you keep taking y'all money and he ain't doing shit. But this nigga wanted to floss. And I'm gonna say this to the people that gave her money, y'all was stupid. Because you got a Bible in the crib and you shouldn't have been following behind a nigga giving him your money trying to get some inspiration in life. That nigga is a fucking scammer. He already went to jail for scamming $2 million. All he did was take the same hustle and apply it to the church game called legal hustling, legal pimping. So it's sad because the woman gave gave him all her money. And I'm pretty sure he probably smashed and finessed and told her some sweet whispers in her ear. Because you know a lot of women go to church because they got a, some women go to certain churches because they got a crush on the pastor. Y'all know that. They got a crush on the pastor. They got a crush on the bishop. And they want to get in his graces. And a lot of them, they want to smash the pastor. Because it's sad to say, sometimes a lot of old hoes, they go to church when they retire. A lot of old street people, they go to the church when they retire. I got to be real. And I understand people go there to change their ways, but everybody don't change their ways in that church. So some people, you got women that go to church specifically wearing tight shit on their ass on purpose, looking super sexy to go to church on purpose because they're trying to catch the eye of the bishop and, you know, the ushers, things like that. But this nigga's a legal thief. He's a legitimate thief, but he's also in court right now with a $90,000 lawsuit, and it's probably some more gonna pop out on him. So if I can see he full of shit, and I never met this man, I don't see how nobody in that church couldn't see the same thing. So sometimes, guess what, y'all? In America, you get what you ask for. So if you see that nigga pulling up in Bentley, flashing, and not being humble, that should have let you know what type of man he was right there. That's right. The church is nothing but a social club. Exactly. It's a club that's in the daytime on Sundays where older people can go congregate, gossip, have fun, sing and dance, eat food, and go home and don't learn nothing. You dig? I know what's going on in the church, but I understand the real churches, they get down to the word, they get down to the business, they do what they got to do, and then everybody go home after that, and they leave with some type of inspiration. Remember, the smallest churches sometimes are the most powerfulest churches. It's the small ones, the little ones. Those are the most powerfulest ones. The more they get big, the more they sell out, because it's all about the dollar. You dig? It's all about the dollar. Anyway, this nigga's a scammer, and I feel bad for that woman, but she gave him this money in 2022. Pardon me, in 2020. She put the lawsuit in 2021, so she's still fighting to get her money, and this nigga's still balling. And some people feel like he set himself up. Maybe he did. What y'all think? The nigga alleged committed insurance fraud to get paid and to put a pity party on his followers. And so maybe the people he stole their money, they won't ask for their money back. Same, because I also told y'all before, right? They got, let me tell you this too, y'all. The powers that be know it is a lot of people in the communities that got money. Everybody that lives in the urban community, everybody that's melanated is not struggling. There are some people that are financially straight, and they send these particular people to rob you. That's why I said when he got out of jail, who's to say he never stopped working with the police? Who's to say he don't work for the mayor? And his job is to rob the people in the community. Because when we dealing with this thing called remixing the neighborhood, they don't want melanated people to buy back nothing. They want a lot of these properties to go to other people. So let's say you're in position to buy something back in your neighborhood. They send these people out here to jerk you and rob you. You've seen the same thing with people like Polite and a whole lot of others. The scammers, you got financial scammers, y'all, and they're going to pose as your brother. They pose as your sister. They always pose like they know how to flip some money. They know a good way to invest, but the whole time they are sent to rob you. They are sent to rob you so you won't make it out the hood, so you won't make no good investments. These are they're like paperwork thugs, right? But they also are sanctioned. They're agents. I say they're agents. They're agents to rob the people in the neighborhood that are prospering. The people that are trying to make it to the next level, that's still in the hood. A lot of people in the hood right now are straight, but they got plans to lead the hood, but they just getting some things in order. So they send people like this to come rob you so you never leave the hood. And that's why he probably not going to go to jail. You dig? Because he is homeboys with the mayor. And I'm about to talk about the mayor in a second, because over the weekend, I broke a particular story about the migration that's going on. They sending migrants to New York, D.C., and a lot of Democratic states. I found out what's going on. The mayor, or should I say the governor of Texas, is shipping off all the immigrants coming into the country. that's coming to Texas, and the governor of Arizona with the smoke too, all the mass influx of immigrants coming in, they shipping them to Democratic states and cities. So check this out. Now, I told you that Eric Adams had a back and forth with the governor of Texas because he's a Republican. They had a back and forth, a beef. And Eric Adams at first was talking smack, but I told y'all, in my opinion, it was a fake beef, and that nigga just perpetrating, in my opinion. He tried to make it look like, or should I say, Eric Adams said that the only reason why he didn't want the immigrants coming into New York City is because it's a lot of crime going on right now. It's a lot of things going on, and he didn't want the immigrants to get in trouble or get caught up in what's going on in New York City. So this is why he allegedly claims he was talking down on them. But in my opinion, he know what's going on. He with the shits. He know about the mass immigration going on. He know about the mass migration. He know all them people coming into the city to replace the current New Yorkers. He know that. These are the new workers. That's why I showed y'all before. Pay attention. These are not broke migrants. You see this man is clean? Do you see he got a haircut? Do you see he got a little chunkiness on him, a little bit of weight? They ain't hurting out here. They ain't fucked up. I already proved this over the weekend. I showed y'all that. These are the people coming to replace New Yorkers right now. When I told y'all, we had the conversation about how Joe went down there and opened up the borders been back open, y'all. And they flooding in here along with the fentanyl. But I want to show you how the mayor was trying to front like he wasn't with it. They had a fake beef. He had a fake beef with the governor. Oh, man, why you sending all these people to New York? We don't know what to do with them. But over the weekend, he cleaned that shit up. And he said the only reason why he said that is because he didn't want the immigrants or the migrants to get caught up in the crime wave in New York City right now. He basically said he wanted to be able to protect them. And like I told y'all, guess what? They got to take care of these people. They got to put them up. They got to put them in position. See the woman with her kids? You see them? They not fucked up. They not dusty and dirty. No, they are good people ready to work. And now he's saying we got to work together. But I'm showing you he was with the shit the whole time. He was putting up a front like he was mad. But they said that all of these migrants are coming to Democratic states and Democratic cities. So we already know that's New York. We already know that's Chicago. That's Atlanta. That's, you know what I'm saying? Places like DC, California. Yeah. I've been talking about the replacement. You know, I just had to show y'all the proof of the replacement. It's going down right now. And these people are going to be put in position before you. You see that? You see them getting off the bus? These are people that are ready to work. I already told y'all that. You see, he got a fresh haircut. They ain't fucking dirty and dusty. They got fresh cuts. They ready to work. You see that man right there? He look like he in shape, don't he? That one right there looking at his phone. Got little muscles. My point is they're not struggling. They're not fucked up. They're not as poor as you think. They're coming here to replace you. They're coming to work and move in a lot of these new things being built. These are the new taxpayers coming in. So, people thought it was a game, right? You thought people just be making up shit? Nah, the replacement shit is real. So I told you over the weekend, I said, well, on one hand, they telling you all these people are going to die and all these people are going to suffer. So why the fuck are y'all letting new people in the country? Because they already know it's a certain amount of people or particular people going to be struggling and suffering. And 9 times out of 10, those are the ones still waiting on the government to help them out or tell them what to do. Meanwhile, these are the people getting in position. I want y'all to use common sense. Mind you see them getting fresh off the bus. The mayor has acknowledged this. So my point is this. The mayor has acknowledged that he has to help these people. They're going to get all these people set up. They're going to put them in so many different programs that you have no knowledge of. They're going to help them get put up with nice housing. They're going to help them be able to feed themselves. They're going to plug them in with jobs quick. I guarantee you, in my estimation, by the fall, a couple more months, all of them will be working. All of them will have jobs. And they're going to get special housing while people in the cities are struggling right now. I'm telling y'all what's going on. This is the fucking game they've been playing, y'all. They've been playing a game. Having you focus on the young dying, having you focus on drill rap, have you focus on ghost guns, but the whole time they got a plan to replace niggas. And why people getting locked up, why people dying, the new jacks coming in. And I'm not hating on the new people, but I want y'all to see that these are not just people that are fucked up and need help. These are not people, oh, they was doing so bad in South America. They were poor. They were under oppression. They had to come to America to be free. No, they come here to be free and get paid. That's just that. I ain't going to sugarcoat it. That's what it is. They come here to take over. They're already here. Bus loads been unleashing. That man been unleashing bus loads. As you see right here, Governor Greg Abbott from Texas has been shipping them to Democratic regions. So that means if you're in a Democratic city, they're in your city right now. It's just that what? They're not promoting it. It's not national breaking news because they don't want everybody to know. Because remember, back in the day, it would have been people outside these boats protesting. You remember how back in the day when they had to put blacks on buses and put in the white schools, and the white people would be outside protesting at the school saying, get out our neighborhood. We don't want you here. Traumatizing kids. Well, that's what would have happened now. But it ain't going on right now. See, they getting off the buses on their own free will. And they pulling up by the loads in a city near you right now. So while they telling you stay in the house, wear your mask, stay asleep, it's a whole nother world being built around you. That's what I was telling you. Why you starting to see all of these new highways, all of these new luxury homes, all of these new businesses being revamped, because it's a new world taking place and they put in people in position to win. It's that simple, y'all. So I just wanted to show y'all how the mayor, he plays both sides. You know, he want to promote dumb shit, but the whole time when there's real shit going on, that nigga ain't got nothing to say. You feel me? This the real shit right here. This is why they got you distracted with pastors taking money, all the dumb shit, when these are the new people going to be new Americans, all right? So just understand that. So that's why I told y'all before, it's stupidity. Everybody ain't going to die. They don't want to kill everybody. That's stupidity. Who going to do the dirty work? Who going to do the building? Who's going to do the shopping? Who are they going to tax? Who's going to buy the groceries? Who going to work the farms? Who going to do the construction? You get it? Somebody got to do the work. So that's why they just get other people to do it, because they figure like there's a lot of people here don't want to do shit, or a lot of people mad. A lot of people feel like whatever they feel, all right? My point is this. This is not my opinion, y'all. This is how the government is working. Period. So I had to touch on that to show more proof of that. But I spoke about that in the previous episode when I got hip to what's really going on. So let's move right along. As you see, this is the number one thing, as well as America, going on in America right now. I spoke about this weeks ago. The mental health crisis amongst children of color. You see, this is the second time I showed y'all this. They know right now that the children are being traumatized. Ever since they had to go home and couldn't go to school and all of this lockdown stuff, this stuff has been traumatizing the kids' mind. This generation of children will forever be traumatized and will always remember the C-19 lockdown. None of us that are older ever had to go through this. We had a perfect childhood. We had a fun childhood. We remember our school days and the fun we had at school and what we did after school and what we did at recess and all the different things we did as a child. Now, children, all they do is stay in the house and go to school. Stay in the house, stay in the house, stay in the house. They don't know how to play tag. They don't play hide and go seek. They don't ride bikes. The girls don't jump rope. We know all of these things. They don't play outside. So when you don't play outside, it makes you start becoming a little bit weird. It makes you be off balance, I say. It makes you off balance when a child does not go outside. Didn't most of y'all go outside? You ran in the grass. You played in the dirt. You got in tune with nature. You played in the sun. Those are natural things that a child has to do. That's how children grow. That's how their bones get stronger. This is how their lungs expand. This is how they grow mentally. Just like, remember, didn't a lot of kids grow? Remember was a time where people would grow over the summer break. You got a little taller, you know. Now you see kids getting smaller. They're not really growing like that. They're not looking their age. A lot of it's because they're in the house a lot. But not only that, they're telling you that your kids are traumatized, because we already knew this. Our kids already had trauma from different reasons. Now they're getting more trauma. And now they got to witness all of this death, mass shootings, domestic violence to the highest level. Death, 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 trauma, and trauma. So the powers that be know that our kids are being broken down mentally. They know our children are under attack mentally because the powers that be are creating the trauma to traumatize the children, because it's said that once a person's mind becomes traumatized, it becomes open, then you can impute whatever you want into their mentality. And right now, not only are the children being what? Traumatized, they're also being what? Programmed. And they're being programmed or broken to coincide with the new world. So that's why it's not about the older people no more. They are focused on the kids. They already know you smart. They know you know too much. They know you hip. So they said, you know what? We got to start prepping for the next 30 years. So we gotta get these kids' mind right the way we need it to be. So 30 years from now, they'll be under our foot. They'll be playing their position. You get it? And you also got to remember, this generation, they don't seek information like that, and they're not really into knowledge like that. They are, but you got to understand it's not like before. My point is, kids now, or people now, they don't grow up, they're not into books. So being that they know how our kids are growing up, this is how they can classify our kids and say that our kids are basically messed up in the head. This is why they always trying to put your children on Ritalin. This is why they trying to say he can't pay attention. They're trying to say our kids are slow. But a lot of times the kid be smart, and that's why they don't like to listen to the teacher, because the teacher be on some bullshit. But I'm gonna show y'all something else, because I'm going somewhere with this. I'm gonna show y'all, right, how they put mental health on our children. They try to classify them as slow. We already know that's a preparation for jail and to be a failure in life, period. It all starts in school. And I also want to show y'all how the school is the first gatekeepers of your children. And I'm also going to show you how, if you not being a good parent, guess who's trying to be your parent to your child? The teachers. The teachers have more effect on some of y'all children than you know. They are the ones trying to sit here and shape and mold their brain, telling them what to accept, what not to accept. And that's what's going on right now. What up, Mr. X? I ain't look at that Mano episode yet. I'm crying, but I'm gonna check it out. He feeling a lot of remorse too, because he wanted to be a tough guy throughout all his years too. Now he realizing that tough guy shit ain't get him nowhere. Just being real. I'm gonna get back to that too. But with these kids, right, and these teachers, you gotta understand something, y'all. These teachers have been playing God over your kids. They have been playing mother over your children. And I'm gonna show you something else that I told you I was gonna show y'all how a number one thing that's been going on in America that a lot of people have not been hip to is these woman pedophiles, woman chesters. And just so happened, most of these women that are abusing children, they are teachers. And in my opinion, I'm starting to think that this part of the program too, where they purposely send these weird teachers into these schools to do what they do. We also got to remember the past couple of years, they were teaching the kids about what? Gender, rainbow behavior, rainbow lifestyle, teaching them in the schools. And they had some of these teachers in position to teach them. And all these teachers, now my point is this, now you got some teachers that are gay. That's their business. But my point is this, what do you really know about a child if you don't got one? What do you really know about raising a child if you don't have none? That's all I'm saying. I'm not knocking nobody's preference. I'm just dealing with common sense. How you going to tell somebody else, child, when you ain't got no children, about gender? Anyway, let's go on. I'm going to show y'all what's been really going on in America. See that right there? These are all teachers within the past couple of years that have been abusing kids to the point where they all damn near look alike. This is going on right now in America, y'all. I know it's summer break now, but it's gonna be back to school soon. So I'm gonna tell you, I'll be on point. You better make sure your son or your daughter ain't getting finessed by that teacher, or not even sexually. You got to make sure they ain't programming them mentally, because the teachers are brainwashing a lot of kids with other shit that ain't got nothing to do with school. I'm talking about lifestyle. You know how you always heard the story how the teacher told your son he ain't gonna be shit like that. They doing the same thing, but they doing other shit too. They telling children about sex and how it's okay to do this and okay to do that, and they should do this and they should do that. And you see, they influencing your child. But my point is, what's the thing they all have in common that y'all see right here? I could have sworn they all look white to me. So when Ghislaine Maxwell got 60 years for finessing them young girls, that was the poster child of a lot of white women in America doing the same shit. But guess what? They don't get blown up like that, do it, y'all? They rubbed that R. Kelly trial all in your face, didn't they? That's why I told y'all, when they do shit, it don't be trending like that. But this shit going on right now. And to show y'all it's been going. What I mean by right now, I'm talking about the past couple of months. All right? I'm going to show y'all right here. This for May. I'm going to go into more detail. I'm just going to show y'all the days. This for May. This for May. Meaning this is at the end of the school year, June. So at the end of the school year, they started locking a lot of these chicks up. White woman finessing children. And you know, most of them work in the hood. Most of them work in the hood. And I'm pretty sure if you think out of all of them, a lot of them kids that got molested wasn't black kids, you tripping. I'm pretty sure they molested some white kids too. But I'm pretty sure it's a lot of them little black boys and little black girls. But a lot of y'all still trust the teacher. You take the teacher word over your child. You don't go to school to G-check your teacher. We know we never been into that stuff. We know that, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Our parents never been into that. A lot of time, our parents had they got a lot to do. They work hard. It's hard to do all of that. Come home, got to go to PTA meetings. But I'm telling y'all now, more than ever, them fucking parent-teacher meetings mean a lot more than ever, because you got to know who's trying to shape and mold your child. But I want to show you, every last woman here has been arrested for child molestation. Every last one of them. Having sex with minors. Turning out kids. All right? Just showing y'all. Now I'm going to show you some more. Now this particular woman, this is what happened recently, as you see from May. She was finessing a female student. So I want to show you how women are chesters too. They molest men, they molest little boys and little girls. They turn little girls out because some of them be gay and they like to promote their gay agendas to the kids. Now they don't want to be gay and keep it to themselves. Remember, they pride. They proudful. They like to brag and spread their gospel to everybody. And only reason why she got caught because her husband blew her up. You see the husband, the little old man right there. He blew her up. He a teacher too. He found text messages on the tablet of her going back and forth with a particular female young lady. See that? This woman worked in a Christian high school. And she got caught sexting a student trying to sneak him into her home. Christian, see that? And I swear, in my opinion, I think they specifically handpicked these people and put them in these positions to do the shit they do. That's just what I think, y'all. I think they put these people in position because these are your kids. And when your kids go to school, they have power over your kids. So in order to have the right power, we need specific teachers. We don't really want good teachers that's going to teach them what they need to know and look out for them. We need a couple of teachers that's off a little bit. And they handpick these teachers selectively. But I want to show y'all, you see, they all happen to be white, right? But they don't use them as poster child. They don't say in America, we have a crisis of teachers molesting children. Because this is why. They sweep it under the rug. So Ghislaine Maxwell wasn't the first. Now, mind you, not only is this the teachers, we know it's a lot of women that like to flip children, make them into whores, prostitutes. I told y'all, make sure ain't no teacher talking about they want to put your child in modeling school, all that modeling, all that fake ass shit. I told you, them people talk about, oh, they got the kids washing cars to raise money. Those are motherfuckers that be pimping kids, man. They full of shit. Oh, it don't stop there. Look at this old chick. Look at her. Former teacher accused of having sex with students, and they all happen to be white. Maybe that's the only way some of them can get some black penis. I don't know. Allegedly, I hate to say that, but hey, man, I know what's going on. Allegedly. So you think it's a coincidence? How all these kids are getting finessed? These are all pedophiles right here. Every last one of them, pedophile. Just wanted to show y'all what's really going on. Pedophiles are women too. But they like to brush the women under the rug, especially when they white women. But a lot of white women with that rape. That's all I had to let y'all see. I also had to give you an update on this story. Remember the woman that killed her husband? He was a retired cop. Remember, she was running a daycare. Remember? In Maryland. And she smoked his ass. But like I said, she could have smoked him because she ain't want no parts of that shit. But she didn't want to get in trouble. But as you see, they had to interview 93 different children. And a lot of the children are speaking up. And you're also going to notice it always happens in what? The urban community. You see, they don't do this in certain neighborhoods because they know they're going to get caught. But they know in an urban community, a lot of people are not attentive of their children. And they let anybody watch them. And they let anybody be guardian over their kids. And this is what happens. So I'm just showing y'all. And this also is what creates the trauma. Once a child becomes molested, they are traumatized for the rest of their life. You get it? So this is why they can put out these articles that I was just showing you. I'm going to get to her too. But I'm going to show you why they put out these articles. This is why they put out the mental health crisis amongst children of color. Because children of color are being molested. And they have mental issues. So this is how they know what they're talking about. So let me get back to Lightfoot real quick, because I did forget to talk about her, the mayor of Chicago. Now, as you see, over the weekend, 45 people got shot. But you got to see the spotlight ain't on Chicago no more. You remember every week they kept talking about Chicago killings. They wanted us to think that Chicago was the illest city in America. But we know people get shot like that all across America in different states and different cities. But once again, you see in a democratic city go to shit. And I just showed you how immigrants are being shipped to all democratic states. So while the people of Chicago getting shot up, dying, immigrants are flooding the city of Chicago as we speak. And we know since she's been mayor, she has not done nothing but co-sign Black Lives Matter. Even when the boy Trump offered her troops and agents to help fight the crime and crack down the killings in Chicago, she said no. So what did this woman actually do? She's also outright outright with the rainbow community. She's outright with it. She's proud of it. But that ain't the point. The point is, what did she do since she's been in office? What in Chicago has changed? And some of them are just guardians, in my opinion, to watch the destruction and play the game, the race game, because they know it's a big agenda. That's why I told you most of them are just doing the work of you know who. And they got to put it on their face to do the dirty work. You get it? Because if you see a white male letting in all these immigrants, you're going to have a fit. You're going to say, how they letting in all these immigrants and we going through it out here? We can't be getting no job. We can't get no help. What's going on? You're going to say that white man racist. Well, they put a black face on it, you ain't going to scream racism. You can't say racism now, can you? That's the game they play. You dig? If 45 people getting killed in Chicago every week, if black kids dying in Chicago in every city every week, and it's a white man in office, they're going to say that white man ain't doing that. He racist. Why he letting all this killing go on? But when it's a black face, you can't scream racism. You see the game they play? Man, they've been doing that shit forever. I just wanted to show y'all how they pick and choose their battles. Also, over the weekend, I also want to show you another fucked up ass parent. And another reason why they say our children are dealing with mental health issues is because of the household. You see this sick ass bitch right here? You see this piece of shit fucked up ass parent? Girl jumps from second story window to escape abusive mom who murdered her sisters. So this woman not only killed 2 of her kids, they found the kids in a fucking freezer in the basement. The other daughter jumped out the window from the 2nd floor to escape this bitch. You see that? This is why the kids had trauma. My perfect example. This girl that had to jump out the window will forever be damaged mentally because her mother killed her siblings. So you got to understand, y'all, the children now growing up worse than ever. We grew up in hard times, but we still had fun. We still had a childhood. These kids, they don't have no balance. So it's creating an off balance in their brains because all they're getting is trauma. All they're getting is pain. They're not getting no good comfort. They're not getting no good memories in their brain because when you're a child, good memories have to be imputed into their brain. This is how you're able to grow up and say, well, man, life is hard, but I did have a decent life. I did do a few things when I was younger. Yet alone, kids now, they don't go to no parks. They don't go to no theme parks. The parents go on vacation, leave the kids with somebody else to watch them. Man, these kids don't have no life. And I do feel bad for these kids growing up now. I'm not going to lie to you. I feel bad for them because they being robbed of their childhood. And not only that, it's going to make them weird when they get adults. I'm telling y'all what's going to happen. And you got people like this traumatizing their own kids because a lot of kids are going through it in their own household. These parents are very, very wicked now. They're not like before. You know, before your parents would still do certain things for you, even though you might have had mean parents. You might have had parents that beat your ass. They might didn't get you Jordans, but they got you a pair of Nike. My point is now these kids now ain't getting shit. And they ain't getting nothing but trauma. Can't do this, can't do that. Go in the room, beating their ass, starving, nothing in the crib. That's why they wilding out. But it's pieces of shit like this that are breeding these type of kids. See that? This is a story you can't even fathom in your brain. How the fuck can a mother kill 2 of her kids and then try to kill a 3rd? But something else too. Some of these mothers and parents, they putting insurance policies on their kids. So I also wanted to show y'all that child sacrifice ain't never went nowhere, y'all. You thought it was just back in the day. You thought, oh, just the Illuminati deal with child sacrifice. No, you got regular people do that shit. And know what the fuck they doing too. You know why? Because I told you, some people actually chose the side they want to be on. And you can see what side she chose. So I just wanted to show y'all why the kids are dealing with a mental health crisis. A lot of times it's because of the household. Then it's when they go into the world. They're not getting no truth. They're not getting no structure, no balance. They're not getting no love. And this is why a lot of the trauma is going on. You dig? So I just had to show y'all that this is some of the shit that's really going on right now in America and in the average household. This is what we up against. So when we talk about the community, when we talk about is things going to get better, is certain things in place so we won't get better. And that's what I wanted to show y'all. But salute to the chat. We've been cooking this morning, episode 238. I see y'all watching. We here. It's Money Day, aka Monday. We getting to it. Yeah, I've been checking on the chat. I see y'all. But anyway, I got to go back to the top real quick. For those that just pulled up. Like I said, right? This man is still bitter. He's mad. He's sour grapes. And like Ashanti said, Irv is being one-sided. He's only telling one side. He's not telling you the both sides. He's not telling you within the details. In my opinion, he is mad because she don't want no parts of Murder Inc. And in my opinion, that's why he sold Murder Inc. He didn't sell it for $300 million. He sold it for $100 million. He worked a $300 million deal where he sold Murder Inc. for $100 million, and he owes $200 million. They fronted him $200 million to do his TV shows, documentaries, and films like 50 Cent. But it's no guarantee he's going to be as successful. So my point is, Irv, you been fell off. Not saying you was broke, not saying you was fucked up, but you was not in the limelight no more. And you seen a lot of some of your peers still winning, like Jay-Z. You seen a lot of your peers still winning. Kevin Lyles and Leo Cohen with 300 Entertainment, the same label Young Thug was on before he got locked the fuck up, him and Gunna. Yeah. So while Young Thug and Gunna is locked up, Kevin Lyles is taking that 300 money, giving some of that money to IRV GOTTI after people like Young Thug helped generate a lot of that money they got. They all play games. And now they finesse IRV GOTTI out of selling Murder Inc. Now my point is this. How can you sell something for 100 million to somebody, but then turn around and you still owe them 200 million? Is that a fair exchange or is that a swindle? But he know he had to give up something to gain something. So that's why he told you he sold his past, aka mean he sold out. He sold out. So this is really why he's going hard on Ashanti right now. Don't be confused with these old ass stories. Shit that niggas could have been told you that's already on YouTube. Every single celebrity that ever came out, it's a baby documentary on them right now on YouTube. Every label, every rapper, man, the YouTubers been on their job. You got content creators been put together their own documentaries. So nobody cares that you got a $200 million deal, IRV. Now you want to make the money back by telling old stories because you inked the deal with BET and other people. You want to get paid off the old stories that, for one, already been told. For two, you telling them too late. And for three, a lot of people don't even care about these stories no more. And I told you, Ashanti told her side of the story 4 years ago. She been telling her stories. More than that, 7 years ago, she been telling her stories about how IRV did her dirty. He blocked the deal that she was supposed to do with Keisha Cole. They were supposed to put out an album. That album probably would have been a historical classic. He also was blocking other people from putting her in videos and shit. He was hating on her. And now he got a chance to get money because he sold out. He's using her to trend again. And that's why the whole Drink Champ episode, he kept saying, tune into the Murder Inc. documentary. Tune into the Murder Inc. Niggas be using the same old shit. That what? You don't go on a media frenzy unless you got something coming out. They use the same old shit. But he's not going at 50 Cent for destroying Murder Inc. He is putting the blame and shit to Ashanti. You see the shit? And he's also mad that she not the little girl no more. You see him mad? You see how he try to have Ashanti all corny and shit? And he mad that she left him for Nelly. And not only that she was happy with Nelly. You dig? Mad. And they still on tour right now. And Nelly brought out Ashanti over the weekend and they was throwing shots subliminally at IRV GOTTI. And Nelly said that he is going to be getting them courtside seats again because IRV GOTTI said when he found out about the relationship, he found out watching TV when Ashanti and Nelly came out at a particular basketball game. He seen it on TV, and the nigga been bitter ever since. And he said on Drink Champs, don't forget, you want to see the full IRV GOTTI rant, you go watch it on Drink Champs. The nigga is still bitter. He claimed he still got bad bitches. He got hella bad bitches. So like I said earlier, why the fuck you didn't make another Ashanti? Why the fuck you still mad over some shit that happened damn near 20 years ago, 15? Nigga, you still mad. But we know why you still mad, nigga, because you ain't never going to smell that again. Nigga, you ain't never going to smell nothing. I'm telling you, you done fucked up. And you mad because you couldn't make no more money off of her. That's really why you sold Murder Inc., because you know a percentage of that Murder Inc. money or that revenue, it came in from Ashanti. Once Jarule got destroyed by 50. And one thing I will say about Jarule, he's still maintaining. He's still humble. He also is playing a mediator that he ain't got no beef with nobody. And Jarule kept saying, why do y'all keep going into the past? Basically saying, why do y'all keep pillow talking about this woman? And you know, Nori, he kept gassing it up. Because Nori about them clicks and views too. But even Nori told you what? Gotti ain't over it. He's still mad. The nigga is mad. He's being a hater. Because you know why? Because you was just another regular nigga with money. You got up in them offices. You wanted to run up under Kevin Liles and Leah Cohen, Russell Simmons. You wanted to be one of them. That's why you still talk like them. You wanted to play both sides, right? You wanted to be a corporate guy, and then you wanted to be a street guy. But you trying to be a street guy got you caught up in that whole fucking indictment shit and had them niggas running all through your offices because you wanted to be running with real gangsters. And them gangsters was really doing shit on them streets. And when they had beef with 50 Cent, you got caught in the middle. But you also knew that the street niggas that got you in trouble was your muscle because you was just a regular nigga. But you had real niggas under you. You had real muscle. So you thought you really was IRV GOTTI. And you thought you really was bossed up. But you was just an executive in the music game. That's why you were just a cornball. I'm going to be real. You was just a basic nigga. You got rich, but you ain't know how to be rich. You were boring. So maybe that's why Nelly was showing her a different type of love, a different type of charm and finesse, treating her like a woman, and he helped bring that woman out. You get it? That's something you ain't know how to do. You get it? You see how happy she is? Because she with a real man. And that's why some of you niggas be sour grapes, because you can't please the woman you with. And you can't please him, and you can't take him to the next level. And he was in his feelings because he just wanted to fuck. Because remember, he is the one telling about all the sex they had. He is the one claiming that after they had sex and he got out the shower and he made up that particular song, Baby and all of that. It's pillow talking about a female that ain't even there. Do you see the shit that niggas do? He think he keeping it real with Nori. He, in his mind, he think he's spilling the truth. I'm going to tell y'all what really happened. But no, nigga, you just gossiping. You're gossiping about a female that don't want you no more. And she's successful. Remember, Vita was signed to Murder Inc. What happened to Vita? What you do with Vita, IRV? What you do with Cadillac Ty and Black Child? The streets used to love Cadillac Ty with that song Paul City. The streets love Black Child. But you wasn't worried about them. You was worried about making them pop records. And then you thought you was going to bank off of Ashanti forever. You thought she was going to stay under your thumb. But you were blocking her career. If you would have invested everything into the right way, guess what? You still be producer for her right now. Probably. Or y'all still be cool. And then I want y'all to see how all of these old people, all of them just so happen to be trending the same week. From IRV GOTTI. Then you got Mace trending. Then you got Khalees, Beyonce. All them people for that particular era, magically, they all start trending the same week again. Because now they got the older generation tuned back in. Or should I say distracted. And also, Mace was on his tour as well. Mace was right here. He was right in Oakland, California over the weekend. Lil Jon, Mace, Fabulous. You seen Yin Yang Twins. You seen one of them passed out on stage last week. All of the old groups and acts, they out here making their last run at that bread. Because they got to pay their bills too. But the point is, everybody else is still cool. You see jarule, Nelly cool, Shantae, they cool. But IRV is mad because, like he told you, he's a producer. Producers can't go on tour. They don't get paid like that after the music is done. That's why most producers jerk the artists, because they know, nigga, I ain't going to be able to go on tour with y'all. I ain't going to be able to make money forever doing shows. I got to jerk you now so I have my money put up for later. But it backfired on them. And the rest of them are still paid. Look, they still doing their thing. They still in the limelight, meaning, you know, they still doing their thing. They not washed up like that. And they understand that you see the show called the My 20s playlist, 2000s playlist, pardon me. We're showing you that these are the people that were popping in the early 2000s. Because they understand, you see the flip phone? They understand that it's a certain demographic, it's a certain era that will always be tuned into these old songs. And there's nothing wrong with that. because that is some of the real music from back in the day. But we also got to understand that those days are over and we have to move on. So you mostly will see a lot of the artists that couldn't move on, they got to take you back to the past. And there's nothing wrong with that neither. I just want you to understand they target a specific age group. For one, distracting. For two, to get your money and have you focus on the wrong shit. That you already lived that life and you can't bring that feeling back. You can't revive what already happened. But people like Irv, he think you stupid, so he look at it like this. Being that I got this, I owe this $200 million, I gotta fucking get back in the algorithm some kind of way. I gotta get people tuned in to Murder Inc. and Irv Gotti. So I'm gonna do that shit by bashing Ashanti. And like I showed y'all earlier, 3 weeks ago, TMZ asked Ashanti, would she appear in a Murder Inc. documentary? And she fucking bust out laughing and walked away. She don't want no parts to do with that nigga no more. She don't want nothing to do with Murder Inc. And I also say, if you want to hear Ashanti's story, you go check out the YouTube channel Impressive. And it was an Ashanti documentary put together 4 years ago. It got 2.5 million views. My point is this. Her truth is already out here. People already seen it. So they don't got to watch Murder Inc. to know about Ashanti because Ashanti told her story. Irv is mad because she not in the documentary. She don't want nothing to do with him. And she like, nigga, you ain't getting paid off me no more. I'm not helping you no more. And for one, you out here messy and I ain't dealing with you no more. That's it. She's grown and she peeped game. So I just wanted to show you that Ashanti already know what time it is. And she got a star on the Walk of Fame now. You dig? So I just wanted y'all to see that for those that didn't know. So it's two sides to the story. But I want y'all to see the number one thing in that whole story is how a man, a grown man, an older man, Irv Gotti, like 50 years old now, is going back 20 years to tell you about how he smashed a particular woman. Talking about her very disrespectfully with hate. Calling her bitches, saying bitch this, bitch that. For what? What did she do to that man? That he not over it. The nigga got money, allegedly. He got bad bitches, but he mad at her. I'm just showing you. Like I said, niggas will always say what they did, what they helped you do, all this and that, but they don't ever look at the shit they did or the shit that they was doing while you stopped fucking with them. Or they say that they helped make somebody, but they can't make another nobody. They can't even make themselves relevant. So for him to stay relevant, he got to bash Ashanti. And that shit ain't going to work. Watch how the whole shit backfire. Remember, I told you that this shit ain't going to get him nowhere. And my only point of saying that is that what? He is going to be in the hole for the $200 million that he owed. Because he ain't going to get nowhere. This nigga still think it's about BET. Nigga, you was better off dropping a Netflix film. You ain't on Stars or Showtime. You on BET. People don't watch that shit no more, to be honest with you. Only a certain demographic still watch BET. That's all I'm saying. But this is the trend of men gossiping, slandering, spilling tea, and a lot of niggas from that era, they still with that shit. They still on that type of shit. And they haters because you're not the nigga you used to be. But guess what? You still could be that nigga. You just got to what? Update your resume. You got to upload your database. You got to step your shit up. You got to do something new. And you'll be back in the algorithm again. So that's why I don't knock people for their old ways or the shit you used to do or what you did. Ain't nobody knocking that. I'm just showing you that shit is going to be limited in the new time. It's a small portion. Some people are still writing their books, and we see Ashanti still writing their books. And like I said earlier, Irv Gotti will never smell that again. And maybe that's why he fucking mad. And maybe Nelly smashed over the weekend once again. Maybe they still smashing. You dig? So I'm just letting people understand that you got to move on in life. You got to let shit go. Don't be bitter like Irv Gotti. And don't be stuck in the past. Don't be stuck in your childhood and fucking mad at people that did shit to you a long time ago. Or shit you didn't get over. Because that shit creates a fucking mental sickness. What you mad? Nigga still mad for some shit happened in 99. You still grown up. You grown as fuck, but you still mad because your parent beat your ass with extension cord when you was 12. You still got a grudge against your mom and your dad. You still mad because your other sibling got more attention than you. You fucking grown. Grow the fuck up. Get over that shit. All right? That's my remedy. But it's mostly people that don't create nothing new, or they don't do nothing with their life. They sit around and mope and worry and think about old shit, and that shit fuck with their head. Because you ain't got nothing new to think about. So if you create some new stories, you want to keep focusing on old stories. You get it? But I just wanted to show y'all black trauma of niggas that don't get over shit. That's all, y'all. And I'm just about done here. I'm just about done, y'all. I'm about to get out of here. I think we had a good show today. But like I said, Ashanti is very happy. You did? Yeah. Very happy. You did? And Irv, you probably wasn't hitting it right. You wasn't hitting it right, nigga. And she said out her own mouth, this nigga used to make her battle for beats. If she liked the beat, she had to prove herself worthy to get the beat. The nigga was playing games. He was treating her like a regular side chick. He thought she was going to be a naive young girl forever. And nigga, once your fucking status left, of course she was going to leave because she's seen the outlet, the time to go. But you could have repaired a lot of those old damages if you wasn't a bitter, sour nigga. And if you didn't pull so much hate. Because you ain't tell all the hate you did. You ain't tell about on Drink Champs how you stopped that album. You spoke on some of it. But you ain't speak on all the other shit that niggas had planned for Ashanti. That's all I'm saying. You spoke on some, but you ain't speak on everything. And nigga, you was bitter. You see in this picture, the nigga hating like, why is you taking this picture? Niggas fucking hating. And he's still mad. All right? I just wanted you to see that. Hating, happy. See the difference? Happy. That's it. Happy as hell. That's it. All right? And it's not more happy than you make your woman happy, nigga. When you make your woman happy, you won't have no fucking problems. Everything will be smooth. But sometimes a woman will put up with your shit for a certain amount of time because she might still love you, have feelings, but she ain't happy. That's what a lot of you niggas got to understand. That's why I be telling a lot of dudes, you keep fucking around and your chick gonna leave. Soon as she get the proper outlet, she gonna fucking leave. Why? Because you make her fucking miserable. That's all I'm saying, y'all. So it's a lesson within this. And this ain't to just bash Gotti. I also told you, Meek Mill don't give a fuck about nothing but a gold chain, nigga. That's it. A chain and a car, whips and chains. I already broke this down a couple episodes when The Rock dropped his ass. Rock Nation ain't want no parts of him. And he want to come up and say that what? Everybody hating on him. Nobody want to help him. They don't want to invest with him. They don't want to put him on how to get money and all this extra shit. But I told you, nigga, you got to invest your own fucking money. You got to make your own business endeavors. But no, nigga, you want to put all your money into chains. I told y'all that's all you want to do. Case dismissed. Told y'all this nigga wanted a chain. I told you this nigga ignorant. All he wanted is a chain and he want to run around with white billionaires. That's it. And they said allegedly he is a boy toy right now. Allegedly. I ain't make the shit up. That's the rumors. He's a boy toy for billionaires. And that might not be true. It ain't got to be true. But one thing we can agree on, that nigga only care about chains. That's it. Do you see this childish ass grown man? This is a childish grown man right here. Because when you rich, you can buy a chain every fucking week. That ain't breaking news, nigga. But he think this is what the people want to see. He think that if I show them I got a new chain, they're going to still think I'm that nigga. If I show them I got the new chain, nigga, I ain't hurting. I'm good. I'm straight out here. But that shit is irrelevant right now. That's my point. I also spoke about this nigga right here. The scammer scammed one of his own members for $90,000. He's in court for that shit right now. And maybe that's why he had to stage that whole event of him getting robbed. Allegedly, he staged the shit. But I wouldn't put nothing past this nigga. Because he was a scammer before he went to jail. And you might take a nigga out of jail, but he still might be a scammer. He just found out how to scam legitimately. And not only that, crush the spirits and the hopes of the people trying to get out the black community. Or should I say, trying to elevate themselves in life. He is important. He is a gatekeeper to watch over the hood, to watch over the people that are prosperous, trying to get out. He's in place to making sure you won't get out. That's his fucking job. That's what they do. They put, soon as you start making a come up, soon as you start trying to figure out ways in life how to be better, they put some motherfucker in your face to fucking throw you off course. They do it in every genre. They do it in every walk of life. They always got these fucking agents that look like you to stop you from getting where you gotta go. Can you understand the shit they do? Then they say black, my brother, my sister. They do the same fuck shit. They put themselves in position to be the mediator. One hand, he's for black people, hip hop motherfuckers. The other hand, he letting in immigrants. And not just letting them in because he don't got no choice, but he has to help them get in position. He has to look out for them. He has to give them special treatment. And I showed you that these people coming in the country, they ain't fucked up, they ain't poor, and they ain't hurting. They good. They straight. And they ready to work. I told y'all this. I showed you. You see the mother with her kids. Her kids ain't looking bad. They got on decent sneakers and shoes and outfits. You see that? Because they coming here to get in position over you. You see them in shape, ready to work. And they're going to work all the jobs that you don't want to work. And they're going to buy all the places you don't want to move at. They pushing you out the hood. They're going to move in the hood. They coming to get everything that you don't want and everything you can't get. They coming to get it right now. So on the other hand, they selling you a dream. They selling you some shit about a food crisis and how much we going to be starving and how much the population going to be decreased. But at the same time, they increasing the population with so-called out-of-towners or out of the country people coming in. This is how, because remember, the numbers have to be replaced. Get rid of these numbers, but then you got to add a little bit of these numbers. Because what? We still need taxpayers coming in the country. We need people to buy the merch, people to shop, people to run a Walmart, people to shop online. We need people coming in to spend that money. So we ain't worried about these other niggas on drugs dying and going to jail. Fuck them. We need new money. I put it like that because that's the harsh reality of what's going on. So you take it or leave it and you get in where you fit in. And I'm done with that shit. People don't believe shit. You think everything is a game. Then they smack you in the face and tell you that your kids are the worst amongst mental health crises. Children of color, melanated. We know all children have trauma, but they put it on black kids and brown kids, saying that they fucked up in the head. Just using sugar-coated words, mental health crisis, that means fucked up in the head. And they're the ones doing the shit. And these are the teachers molesting your kids in these schools. Every last teacher here is locked up for molestation. But you didn't see this breaking news. You didn't see this as a breaking trend of teachers harming kids in our schools. You send your kids to school and look who's in charge of them. They are the ones influencing your kids with these ideas, ideology on race, religion, things of that nature. And you better start checking who's over your kids in these last days. You better start checking because they turning your kids out. As you see, this all happened recently. This is at the end of the school year. School is about to come back in certain states. This week or next week it's coming back. But I had to show y'all how I'm pretty sure a lot of these women were finessing black kids and brown kids because they love to be teachers in where? The urban community. And they like to play mom and dad and big sis over your kids. This woman was locked up for molesting a female, another young girl. And they said allegedly she was trying to plan a trip overseas with the little girl. And her husband snitched on her. So I'm showing you how women are pedophiles too. They rapists too. They rape little girls and little boys. Don't get it fucked up. And we see the pattern. It just so happened to be, that's what white women like to do. Molest little boys. They like to play with little young Men's Johnson and stuff like that. They like to take your little son to the bathroom. See? So when you getting your son all flyed up and freshed up, he go to school to teach a lesson off him. But my point is, they never made this national news and they never will. because they don't want you to know what these people are doing. And look at the skin tone. You don't see not one black, brown teacher on this. Asian, none of that. All white women. Nasty. Finessing the kids. And remind you, monkeypox, all this different shit going on. They gave out a report over the weekend of every state that has a mass influx of disease. They had it from chlamydia to gonorrhea to HIV, as well as monkeypox. But I didn't feel like going through the list. The list was so fucking long. But in some states right now got the highest level of disease in the country right now. And you can already guess some of the states that are already on the list. Top states with the most diseases. From chlamydia, thousands, hundreds of thousands of people walking around with chlamydia right now. 50-some thousand people walking around certain cities with gonorrhea right now. Now, some cities only had like 500 AIDS cases. But a lot of people are fucking walking around with diseases right now as we speak, y'all. It's a fact. They just dropped the numbers. It's a fact. So people still having raw sex, but this is my point. All of this shit going on and they molested kids. So did we not see certain cases that I covered where the man was molesting the kids and gave the kids STDs? That's how they was able to catch that nigga, because he the only one that had the herpes. People are molesting kids and giving them sickness. So you better hope your child don't get molested and come home with some fucking monkeypox. So you better start G-checking these teachers. That is the point of what I'm telling you. Stop letting teachers in the school system have more influence over your kids because you think they just some type of babysitter and they're supposed to watch your kids while you do what you do. That's all I'm saying, y'all. Be more on point. Because when they tell us that our kids are suffering from mental health, then they show us the motherfuckers giving them mental health. Man, there's something going on in the fucking school. So guess what, y'all? We got to be on point. That's it. And we know growing up, some of us grew up, we had crushes on our teacher. And some teachers, yes, we did want to smash, but we didn't know what we was thinking about. But my point is this. The teacher ain't supposed to be doing no shit like that. And now we live in a sick-ass time. So your kid can get not only turned out, your kid can get disease infested. Because a woman that don't know how to act around kids, man, she probably do a lot of dirty stuff behind the scenes on her free time. That's all I wanted to show y'all, and I'm done with that. Also, I had to show y'all this teacher working in a damn Christian high school. So she was around them young boys. And then I had to show you this old wench right here. She was molesting them young boys. See that? Because some of them, only time they get to be around black is when they're at school teaching. They might not get a chance to be around no black boys and black teens like that. And I think, in my opinion, some of them go to these schools to do the shit they do. I think some of them been put in place. And that something else you got to peep. Look at the chick on the top row in the middle. Do you see her with the Instagram pose? Do you see that bitch poking her lips out? Do you see her puckering up her lips like she fucking proud of the shit she been doing? See that? That bitch proud. And you see they all got the worried face. Nah, they was seducing your children. Little boys and little girls, all right? That's that on that. But I showed you I was going to show you. It ain't just men. It ain't just black people. No, they doing the shit too. That's why Ghislaine Maxwell had to get 60 years. Because they specialize in turning kids out. And some of them deal with pimping kids, selling kids to grown men. Take your child somewhere and magically dip out the back door. I'll be right back. And your child get in there and taking advantage of some bullshit. I already talked about all that. But we done with that, y'all. And Irv Gotti, he mad. Nigga sold his masters. The nigga sold out. The nigga was going broke, in my opinion. Or should I say the money he made, it ain't that 2020 money. It ain't going to equip. It ain't going to equal. It's not going to equate. But guess what else too, y'all? Check this out. You got to remember, money ain't the same no more neither. If he sold his masters for 100 million, that's like he really only sold them for like 60 million. Because 100 million ain't 100 no more. $100 ain't $100 no more. Y'all know that. Y'all know $100 is really like $60 now, $70. That shit ain't 100 no more. Once you break that 100, it's gone. Money is not the same no more. You know that. You know that when you go to the pump. Before, you might have got 4 gallons off $11, $12. Now 4 gallons cost you $20 plus. Shit like that. My point is, money ain't the same no more. Money is different. So he sold out for 100 million, but he really only got paid 50 million. And now he owes 200 million. You dig? He's in the hole. So don't let IRV GOTTI fool y'all. He's in the fucking hole. He owes, all right? He owes. So he should have been talking about that deal and that money he owed. The nigga's in the hole. So we're going to see if he recouped that 200 million. That's all I'm saying, man. Salute to the chat. Man, the episode is done with. Episode 238. And I was on time today. Look how fast time fly. Y'all been here two hours already. We done. You dig? Yeah, $100 like $20. That's a fact. Anybody that know that touch money ain't got shit to do, you know once you break them bills, man, that shit gone, man. I already know that. But man, once I break a bill, that I consider that bill gone. If you break a 20, it's gone. You break a 50, it's gone. I don't care what, it's gone. That's just what it is now, y'all. It costs depending on how many people, but for the average person, just to get through the day, it's gonna run you a minimum of $30, $30 to $50. That's just basic shit. If you got shit to do, it's gonna cost you more than that. If you got kids and a family, it's gonna cost you more than that daily. You're looking at $100 a day spending. It just depends on how you live your life. You know what I'm saying? But money ain't the same no more. So that's also why they've been giving these niggas big deal. He got $1 million deal. The motherfuckers know $1 million ain't nothing but 500,000, and they gotta still pay taxes. That's why all these niggas have money phones and all that shit. Because they was giving the money away. Because they print the money every fucking day. They always print the damn money, but people don't know about value and what's backing the money. That money ain't backed by too much of what you think it is. So that money ain't what that cash ain't the same cash. That's all I'm saying. It ain't backed by as much gold as it used to be. That's all you got to understand. What up, Pone? What's good, bro? But that's it though, man. The point of today is what? Don't stay stuck in the past. You got to get over certain shit. All right. When you hold a grudge on somebody, that grudge is going to be on you. The person you mad at is going to continue to live their life, and it's nothing you can do about that. So I advise people, get over your past. All right. Get over your fucking past. Move on. You know, if you was hurt, man, find somebody else that can treat you right or better, whatever. Who knows? But I'm just telling you, you got to get off that past shit. And that nigga IRV GOTTI is sick. He's bitter. He's bitter. That nigga's hurt. That's it, though, man. Have you talked about the PPP crackdown Joe Biden just signed in 2 bills into law? I was talking about it the other day. I seen Rondell talking about it. Every chance I get, I bring it up. That's another part of the warfare. That's what I'm telling people, man. If I wrote a list right now, they got so many different warfares and attacks going on right now. The thing is, right, we're not really going to see everything till a couple of months when we look up and the smoke clear, then we're going to see the after effects. So, like you just said, Sir Junior, not only did Joe Biden sign that into law, right? That's a way of scaring all the people that did it. All the people that did it got to be scared because now they don't know when they might get snatched up. That creates trauma. Because every day you got to look over your back and your shoulder to hope you don't get a knock on the door. Also, that's going to stop those people from what? Prospering. As long as they got that over their head, they're not going to prosper like that. They got to still move under the books. So it's a war tactic as well as them locking people up. It's a mental game and it's a physical game because they scaring people half to death and then people are going to jail, which is another warfare why people are also what? Dying, getting killed, overdosing, losing shit. My point is, it's a whole game put into play because they're making room for all of the migrants. You get it? Lock them up for PPP, you move in another family from overseas. You lock up one nigga, you move 3 people in that apartment. See, I got to put it in those terms. You get it? That's the game they playing right now. And most of these games been promoted. They doing it all during the summer because they know you like to chill, relax, and go on vacation. But while we chilling, they are speeding up the politics. The only difference is they're not putting all the politics on the news, on the TV. Because remember, when they put politics on the TV, it got to be bashing. Remember how they was bashing Trump every day? Bash, bash, bash. They play the bash game in the politic beef to keep you distracted from the real shit. That's why I told you that the governor of Texas had a fake beef with the mayor in New York. And while they was fake beefing, guess what was happening? The whole time they was fake beefing, the immigrants were getting off the buses. The whole time they beefing, that's what was really going on. While they beefing, they getting off the buses. So that's why I say it's a fake beef. Because if he's sending them to New York, D.C., and every Democratic state, once they come, the Democrats got to conform. They got to comply. They got to do what they're supposed to do and make sure the migrants are straight. Put them in position. Give them first dibs on all city benefits. And I just showed y'all that. So we see them getting off buses today, the other day. Today's Monday, right? This over the weekend. By Monday today, by the end of today, they will have their EBT food stamp card. They will be on housing lists. They will be given a list of jobs they can apply for. Man, that shit already ready for them. I'm showing you how this shit work. But a lot of y'all don't believe. That's why you're going to be left in the back. You're going to be left fucked up out here. And I ain't got to sit here and play. So it is what it is. I'm done. This mayor right here, she's still fucking up Chicago too. So I'm going to leave all that shit alone. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to run through the chat. Salute to everybody in the live chat. Salute to everybody catching the replay. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I know a lot of y'all say y'all haven't been getting notifications, but guess what? That's been happening to everybody. So that's how I go down, y'all. Your favorite YouTubers you rock with, you gotta just check on them because that's just what's going on now. You can't wait on no bell. And we also got to understand that technology does go backwards sometimes. Technology is not always 100% accurate. Sometimes it does wig out. So even though you might be subscribed, you ain't gonna get a lot of warnings sometimes. That's just what's going on, especially from certain people. So that's just what it is. But salute to everybody here. I'm gonna run through the chat, man. I think we had a decent day today. What up, Jay Goodbar? What up? Rondell, what's up, Ronnie? What's up? Good morning, Rondell. But yeah, though, I went through it all, y'all. I touched on it. IRV GOTTI is sour. He's bitter, man. He's hating. And I want to know how many people actually think it was cool the way this man been campaigning on many different platforms, still bashing this woman, but he don't say nothing about 50 Cent. And 50 Cent destroyed that nigga. He ain't gonna say that about, he don't want that 50 smoke. You know why? Because he know 50 could dead his career again. 50 could destroy him again. And I bet you any amount of money, 50 is about to come out trolling him. 50 got new projects he about to release. Raising Cain and all that about to come back out. You know 50, y'all already know 50 run the fall. You know he do his thing in the fall. So IRV is also trying to put himself in that algorithm of 50 Cent. That's why he's behind the camera now. When they can't be in front of the camera, they want to be behind the camera. But he is trying to piggyback on 50 Cent, and he don't want to beef with 50 because 50 will troll that nigga and expose him and fuck his shit up again. So he don't want to beef with 50 Cent. That is my point, y'all. He wants to beef with Ashanti. He wants to take the easy route, get clout off her, promote himself, and think that you care about Murder Inc. Well, I will say they still play all the Murder Inc. songs to this day. They still play them on the radio every day. But nobody cares about IRV GOTTI because you thought it was all about you. And now that it's not, you don't know how to swallow that pill, nigga. And you a hater, period. You a hater. And yes, he's the same side. He's a cancer too, but he's a hating cancer. I know you hear about cancers emotional. Yes, you got emotional niggas. The emotional cancers are the hating ass cancers. The niggas that be in their feelings that be fucking hating. All right? I deal with emotions. I like to laugh. I get fucking mad. I get upset, but guess what? I get over the shit. I don't hold grudges. So I don't get upset at my feelings. I peep shit. I might feel a certain way. I get over the shit. I keep it moving. So I'm telling IRV, do the same thing. Nigga, get over the shit. Keep it moving. Because guess what? You owe 200 million. There's so much more shit you could be doing. That's all I'm saying. And that's the end of that. Salute to the chat. What y'all talking about in here? What y'all think? Is IRV GOTTI hating on Ashanti? Is he fucking pillow talking? Am I tripping or what? Let me know. What's y'all opinion? Because this is a pattern. And it just so happened to be the guys from a certain generation, a certain background, they all do the same shit. If you're gonna play the internet game, you gotta know how to play this shit. That's my point. A lot of dudes, they on the internet now, but they don't know how to play the internet game. You heard about these internet streets. This shit real. You gotta know how to play this shit. That's why I be trying to tell people. I've been fucking with the internet for years. I know how to fuck with the internet. I've been doing this shit so long, it's crazy. I'm not even gonna lie to you. So I've been on the internet since fucking AOL, shit like that. When you used to stream music and that shit be breaking up and going slow. I've been on the internet since forever. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I've been on this shit over 20 years. I haven't been going live that long. I haven't been a public figure for that long, but I've been on the internet. That's why I know what the fuck I be talking about, how to move on this shit. The niggas that I don't know the internet shit, or I ain't been fucked. Those the niggas that don't know how to move on this shit. They don't know how. They don't know. They think you just go live and be on camera. They don't understand you get backlash. It's a certain way you gotta move. It's a certain time you gotta do certain shit. It's all time. It's a certain way you gotta move. Period. Yeah, you could troll. You gotta know when to troll, who to troll. How it's a whole fucking game to this internet shit. And you always gonna see certain niggas fall a victim because they don't know how to move in the new world. The shit new to them. That's all. But y'all think this nigga's a hater or what? Am I tripping? What up, Wax? See, Wax, dog, he know how to play the internet game, man. That's it. It's the fucking internet game. That's why people get the shit mixed up with real life. They put, you know what I'm saying? They put their real life on the internet and they mix it up with bullshit. They take the bullshit off the internet, put it in their real life. Niggas be all mixed the fuck up because they don't know how to play the internet game because they don't know how to play real life neither. You got to know how to separate the two, but you got to be good at both. So that's why even when I seen myself dealing with street shit on the internet, I knew I was fucking up. You dig? Because street shit don't mix with the internet. It would never mix. And you'll see most people that bring street shit to the internet, most of the time they're going to fail. Because most of the people that indulge in the internet, they don't have a street background. I told you most of the internet was set up and funded by nerds, aka Mark Zuckerberg and a whole lot of others, all right? Computer wizards. So you gotta know how to play this game on this internet shit. The gangster ain't gonna win on the internet. That's all I'm saying. So when he think he keeping it real and being gangster by spilling the tea and shitting on Ashanti, he really making himself look like a fool. And he's gonna get a lot of internet backlash. So therefore, the people he offend, they're the ones that are not going to support the nigga. So he already done fucked up. Little do he know. And Nori knows the internet game. That's why he used him for clicks and views. And Nori kept provoking the nigga to keep saying the same shit over and over again. You get it? Because Nori knows how to play the internet game. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But I'm about to be out. Understand and understood. And we about to be ghosts. What up, SP? I think, no, Ashanti was trying to buy back her masters, if I'm not mistaken. She was trying to buy certain things back from him, and he was holding out. So that's the fuck shit he really was doing. It's not so much about the relationship part. It's about the part that he wasn't trying to let her prosper after the fact. Even after he couldn't do nothing for her no more. It's on him. And he always telling you, he did this with Jay-Z. He gave you DMX. He gave... My nigga, you didn't find another Jay-Z yet. You didn't have another DMX yet. And yes, you were trying to make jarule like DMX. And you the one that started that fucking beef because you was cool with both of them and you was playing both sides. And you had X and jarule low-key beefing. Nigga, IRV GOTTI, you did that shit for record sales. You also said that even the fire DMX was bringing to jarule was motivating jarule even more. So jarule made better music, which made you get more money. You was behind all that shit, playing games, nigga. You was playing fucking industry games. You did that shit, IRV. But nigga, you had to swallow that pill. That you created a lot of enemies, a lot of people ain't want to fuck with you, and you did that shit, and 50 destroyed your ass. So out of all of this shit you did, now you want to put it on a female. That's a female, Debo. That's all I'm saying. Niggas like to take the easy way out. And I don't be sitting capable for women. I just call it what it is. A man is not supposed to be beefing, going back and forth with a woman. If you're going to dress a woman, you say what you got to say one time, and that's that. Once you start going back and forth and you start laughing and kikiing with a bunch of niggas about a female, nigga, you fucking up. That's all I'm going to say. All right? But he probably was a nerd that got in the game, got a decent female, and the nigga's hurt. That's it. Because every other chick probably be running your pockets, nigga. And your wife left you. On top of that. So I understand why you mad, nigga. Because you can look, we can get a woman no matter what, right? But it's nothing like that woman that you have feelings for, or that woman you used to love, or that woman you know you fucked up with. See, the woman you fucked up with, that's the woman that's always gonna hunt you. You can get 100 chicks, but that one you know you fucked up with, you know that's the shit always gonna hunt a nigga. That's real talk. And he know he fucked up, and that nigga is hurt. He probably been trying to get a whole bunch of Shantae's ever since, but it just ain't the same, nigga. Cause she a grown woman now. I'm about to be out of here though. Black Maverick. That's right, man. Supreme was his muscle. And he got cocky. And look, man, you gotta take what come with that. Also, man, free Supreme, man. You know what I'm saying? Free Supreme and the Supreme team, man. Real queens getting money dudes, man. Real dudes that was really doing their thing behind the scenes, man. You know what I'm saying? Supreme was known in these streets, and he was always behind the scenes, man. That's what I'm trying to tell you, man. You know, some of us was raised amongst, around, heard. We know how the real gangsters move. You know what I'm saying? You thought it was about IRV GOTTI the whole time. Supreme was really that dude. You dig? So it always been like that, but it ain't nothing new. Other than that, y'all, I'm about to get out of here, man. I'm reading y'all comments right now. Hold up. Remember DMX wanted to whip his ass on a plane? See? That's what I'm saying, man. DMX was tired of niggas playing them industry games with him too. That's why they try to make it like DMX was crazy. Nah, he wasn't fake. He wasn't with the fake shit. But he know he had to play the game sometime to get the check and keep niggas happy and shit. But X ain't want to play them fucking games. I'm going to be real with y'all. Now you see why X had to go? Because we know for a fact what? One thing about DMX, that boy would have been able to book a show to the day he died forever. That nigga will always been able to get money. He always would have been in a movie, something, because all generations love DMX, period. And it's some people figured out that what? Maybe DMX worth more dead than alive. Who own most of DMX music? I think it's Swiss Beats and Rough Riders, I think. Then you notice after DMX died, you started seeing that nigga shit on mad commercials. That was a check. See that? They all are with the shits. And no producers, Swiss Beats, they ain't hitting like that no more. Timberland, they ain't hitting like that no more. And every last one of them producers just so happen to have an artist that they used to produce that's dead. Damn near all of them. Damn near every producer has an artist they used to produce for that is dead. They all got a dead rapper in their catalog. Whether that's a coincidence or not, I don't know. But I guarantee you, almost every producer got music made with an artist that's dead. And 9 times out of 10, it was one of their artists. So all you got to do is peep the pattern. Shit ain't hard to figure out. But that's it, y'all. We're about to get out of here. I'm reading the comments. I see y'all vibing. Salute to everybody, you know what I'm saying, watching right now. Everybody else, y'all catch the replay, but I'm about to get out of here. Hopefully, you have a good week. Start your Monday off right. Don't be bitter and being a hater like IRV. You know what I'm saying? Life goes on, and your reality is what you make it. So, people who live in the past is a lot of time because they're not making it in the future or things are not really going too good for them right now. So that's how that shit works. What they say, you are used to be nigga. You used to be this. You used to do that. You a has-been. You see that? Salute, Ron. But I went in the beginning. But other than that, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. We did our thing for today. Episode 238. I think we said a lot of things straight. Hope people got the message and hope people got entertained. Other than that, y'all, I'll be back shortly. I'll be back soon. Y'all know how I do. Ain't too much going on but these old acts and these old groups. So it is what it is. The saga continues. I'll see y'all the next episode. I'm out. 1.